Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 50 of 2023. So this week we are back to using Ellie's Studio products. This is the kit from December and I am loving it. I love using Ellie's Studio. I love having a kit that is made for pocket scrapbooking. They're so perfect for Project Life and it just feels good. It's easy. It lets everything go so smoothly, which I love. Even whenever some of the colors aren't quite my perfect colors like this royal blue or the bright red. I feel like working with the kit, whenever you get the little die cut pieces and all that, it's easy to make it work because you can help it all kind of like flow together by adding little die cut pieces of maybe like that blue. You can sprinkle it out throughout the spread and it just works so nicely. So I love working with the kit from time to time and it just makes it all go quickly, quick, which is really nice for keeping up with Project Life. So as far as my photos this week, I feel like practically all of my big Christmas activities fell during this last week. So I had 3 big nights out and just lots of little things to document. So I tried to make sure that my photos, I had like varying photos where I wasn't only showing selfies because I had these activities going on. I did have a lot of like face photos, but they were kind of like redundant over and over throughout my spread. So I tried to find other pictures that could tell the story of some of the activities without necessarily documenting each and every selfie that I took. And a lot of these or the other photos are in my December daily as well. So they're all documented somewhere and I feel like that works out good enough for me. So as I'm putting things into place here, I'm adding some of those little die cut pieces. I will tell you about my photos. So the first one at the top is of a charcuterie board. So that's kind of like been charcuterie month around here. Me and my mom have bought so many fun things to make these boards and she's been making them with my dad and I've been making them with Will. So we've been eating them a lot lately. So I had to document that on this week. It's still been going strong throughout this current week as well. So there may be even more pictures next week. Who knows? Then I also have a picture there of some fancy drinks that we made at a friend's cozy Christmas get together that I went to last Friday, which was really nice. And I love that. So that's one of the examples of where I did not print off the selfie from that night, but I feel like that photo really tells that story very nicely. Then I do have a picture there of me and my friend Rachel, because also last week she came over for our annual Craftsmas. We've missed the last few years, so it was so nice to get together again for our crafty night, and we made hand embroidered ornaments. So I do have a picture of those there in the middle as well. Super fun night. Then I did want to also include this other selfie of me and my parents because we went to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra last Thursday. But again, it was not the best photo. It was taken very quickly outside. It was a little blurry. So I decided to change it to black and white. And then I printed it off at a 1.5 by 2 inch rectangle so that it would kind of have a little variation there. So even though I do have 2 photos of like just selfie faces there right next to each other, it really broke it up by printing one off smaller and in black and white, I think. Then down at the bottom, I do have another little homemade gift that my friend Shelby made. She made these adorable magnets for all of us that were made with little tiny miniatures and they were so special and magical. So I wanted to take a photo of that. So I added that down at the bottom. And then lastly, I was on the BFF Live. So the BFF Sticker Club, they go live every Monday and a lot of times they have a guest on and I was the guest this past Monday. So I wanted to document that as well. So I took a screenshot during the live and I popped that on. Now that's a good example of how sometimes I fib a little bit on my dates and I feel like that's okay if you are okay with it. So for me, I actually was on that live on the 18th, which you can see would fall in the next week's spread. But the next week is also like Christmas Eve and so many other events that I have. So I thought, why not just pop it onto this week? It doesn't truly matter if it was the 17th or the 18th or whatever day, whenever the years go by and I'm flipping through my album. So it fit nicely on here. So I'm documenting it on here. So you can see that besides my photos, I also grabbed out some of those really old school little block stamps. I got them at Michael's or somewhere like that. And I added on some subtitles to that 3-2-1 card at the top, adding crafts, music, and friends to talk about the 3 big events that I did this week. And I also added a little title to the very bottom card that said BFF Live. And I just love the way that that particular stamp set looks. I think that it's so cute and it's so small. It looks so nice for Project Life. So I was loving that. I did also grab out my Dymo label maker that has some bright red label tape in it right now, and I added on magical and homemade on 2 of the cards just to further the titles there onto those. And then I'm adding all of my different journaling here in all of the spaces. I did grab out one of my little rolling phrase stamps, and I added a few little phrases onto some of the labels and things that I popped on as well. And I had a lot of journaling to put on here. So I was trying to break it up as best I could with those, with the label tape and with the little stamps so that it didn't look like I had too much journaling on one spread. So I'm always just trying to find that balance between the selfies and other types of photos so that it's all balanced out nicely. I'm trying to find a balance between filler cards and journaling cards mixed with photos. I just try to fill it out and see what works for me. And I really ended up liking the way that this one turned out. Using the LA Studio products too, everything always looks so nice and crisp and clean, and I just really like that as well. So I'm adding on a few gold stars, of course, because it's the holidays, and why not? So I'm popping those on here and there and everywhere. And then I think that I do add just a few other little phrase stamps to one extra label that I put at the bottom of the BFF card. And beside that, I am pretty sure I am just about done. So I love that the way that this one looks, and I love that I was able to tell a lot of the same stories that are in my December Daily album, but I feel like these look so different. They're told differently, and I love that about scrapbooking and the different types of scrapbooking that I do. So I just think that it's really fun. So this was another quick and easy spread, which makes me so happy. I'm glad to be able to stay up to date throughout the holidays. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick and easy process. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon with another one. Have an absolutely wonderful day, friends, and I will talk to you next time. Bye, y'all.